Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayh wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina may yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa nazzalna alayka al-kitab tibyanan likulli shay wa hudan wa rahmatan wa bushran lil muslimin. Sadaqallahul azim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sanurihim ayatina fil afaqi wa fi anfusihim hatta yatabayyana lahum annahu al-haq. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Dear brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're meeting after a long time. The last time we met was in the month of April 2015. This is December 2015. In between, though, we met in the month of Ramadan for a few lectures pertaining to the issue of Ramadan and fasting, and about issues pertaining to more or less about Ramadan. Okay, so we had been doing that series, that monthly series of Islamic eschatological analysis of global events on a monthly basis. That's been pending. The last month for which we covered this was for April 2015. So from May 2015 to December 2015, it's pending. It's sort of thing which we have to cover, which we intend to cover, but there were certain things which tied me up in terms of my work, in terms of my work pressure and the things that I do for a living in my capacity as an engineer and an MBA, as a consultant basically. So if you are tied up with your time, these things can sort of go off schedule and these things get disturbed. Because whatever I do for Islam, Islamic lectures, Islamic sessions, it's purely voluntary. Okay, so there are a few points. This is basically not a lecture session, but an update info session. And there are a few things which I would like to clarify, or rather I would like to give a roadmap or a road plan, a plan from me for you, what's in store for us in the future. So the few things that I want to mention is, this is December 2015, and the years 2015, 2016, and 2017, I expect it to be years of critical importance in the history of humanity. Things are moving at a pace, and it will continue to move at a pace which is faster than ever. And there is going to be dramatic events which are unfolding and which will continue to unfold in the future. And these will demand our attention, and we will be focusing attention on these issues. So things which are routine, for example, a monthly analysis, can sometimes take a back seat. We will try to keep up with that as well. I have been able to, alhamdulillah, somehow once again free up my time a little bit, and we will do the backlog as well as continue with those series as well. But then things such as these, which require our attention more, we will be focusing our attention on these issues. And to do that, if you're tied up with your time, there are some ways you can come out of it. Till now, I have been, whatever is on my channel, is available on my channel, are either lectures or sessions or presentations by me. From now onwards, what I would want to do, what I wish to do, is to present to you anything that I think is going to help you, benefit you, that is relevant, that is important, that is urgent, that is significant, any information, whether it is from me or from someone else. If it is from someone else, there are some categories that we need to discuss about and clarify about. It can be from Muslims, and we are going to use that as well. It can be from non-Muslims, non-Muslim analysts, and we are going to use that as well. There is no point, if there are things which are common and we can use it, why not use it if the presentation has a strong point in it? So we'll be using that as well. The second point is about these presentations. What I try to do is to give a short intro, append a short intro before such presentations which are not from me, from others, so to set the context so that it's easier for you to follow. And we deal it Islamically, everything we do. So to set the context, we would be doing that. The third thing is that many things are available on the internet, in books or otherwise, which are no copyrights, and sometimes what is referred to as Creative Commons, which can be used, or it is stated by the creators, developers, presenters, that it can be used both for commercial as well as non-commercial purposes. If it is such a piece of information, research, presentation, then we need not even reference it or source it to the original sources. But then it hurts our integrity. So what I try to do is, if I'm using such information where the research has been conducted by someone else, the analysis of the presentation is by someone else, to sort of reference it back or source it back, though there is no obligation upon us if it is no copyrights or Creative Commons. And obviously all the things that we do, as I've already clarified, is purely for non-commercial purposes. For us, it's always non-commercial purposes. So that's something which I wanted to inform you, so that there are no misgivings in the future. There is no scope of misgivings arising in the future that I am just taking data and research and analysis and presentations and presenting it to you. If there are no copyrights, Creative Commons, then we can use it for both commercial and non-commercial if that's stated by the presenters. And obviously we are using it for non-commercial purposes only, solely for non-commercial purposes. So, but even then, I will try to give you the source when we use such materials. The third point is, I am involved in my capacity as a consultant, as a professional, to not just an Islamic audience, but other audiences as well. So sometimes my presentations and lectures to such audiences it is present in some other channels, but then I will also try to incorporate some such presentations in the Islamic channel as well. And some of it will be a bit, the degree of formality will vary, but even then, if I think it's relevant, it's important, it's significant, it's urgent, I would want to share it with you anyway. I would do so. I would want to do so. I'd love to do so. So it can be formal, it can be semi-formal, it can be informal, it can be to Muslim gatherings, it can be non-Muslim gatherings, it can be combined gatherings, it can be a session on finance, in a management class, and things which are related. We can use those information in our Islamic channel as well. So that's something also we are looking to do. So these are some of the things. And lastly, I'm not sure how many people my videos will eventually reach out to. So some of my lectures has reached out to audiences of the order of 30,000, 20,000, 10,000. These are huge. Normally my YouTube lectures or videos will not attract that sort of views or viewership. It's considerably less than that, but sometimes it even exceeds such marks, 30,000. One of my lectures about the Abdullah lecture, it has exceeded some 35,000 views. So I have no idea how many people it's eventually going to reach out to. So I will be presenting whatever is important, significant, urgent, relevant, which I think is relevant for you and it will benefit you. I will try to present all sorts of such information, presentation, research, data, information. So some of you may already be aware with certain things which I will be speaking about for obvious reasons, and some of you won't be. I don't know whether you will be or you won't be, and who you will eventually end up viewing these lectures or these sessions. So if you are not aware of things which I'm speaking about, then obviously it benefits you from that information. And if you are already aware, even then it's a benefit for you. It's mentioned in the Quran, Surah Al-Dhariyah, chapter 51, verse number 55, and remind. For in the reminding there is a benefit for the believers. So even if you know, it acts as a reminder and it benefits you. So these are some of the things, especially that aspect about the no copyrights and Creative Commons. If it is copyright or non-Creative Commons, I don't know what term it is used. I mean, the opposite of Creative Commons, you cannot share basically. You cannot use it without sourcing it back to the original source. But if it is Creative Commons and no copyrights, you can very well use it for commercial, non-commercial, any purpose, as long as the presenter gives you the permission. For such things, we need not even refer it back to the original sources. We are not obliged to, but it is a matter of our integrity that we try to do that. If we forget, or for other purposes, if we can't, I cannot, that's why I'm not assuring, but what I'm saying is I will try to source it back to the original sources. That's the plan ahead. Things which are more important will take precedence in our analysis. Things which demand our attention more, we will try to analyze those issues more. From now on, time is a huge constraint. The time that we have is not infinite. The money that we have is not infinite. And lectures from other sources, lectures by me, which are used for presentations other than Islamic presentations, will also be incorporated in this channel so that it benefits you along the way. So these are some of the things that I wanted to share through this update or information session. I'm calling it an update because we have not had any interaction for a long time now. It's quite a time, April 2015. I mean, the analysis was for April 2015, so we must have recorded it in May 2015, early May 2015. But then for the month of May 2015, the analysis is pending, the monthly analysis that is. But then, as I said, things which are more important, we'll try to cover those. So I think that's pretty much it, whatever we wanted to share in this update information section. And we'll continue. I have been sort of able to free up my time somewhat, and again I'll resume my activities. What sort of frequency can you expect? Anywhere between 1 presentation per week to about 7 presentations per week. That's the thing that we are targeting, inshallah. So let's see how far we're able to actually go ahead and do. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.